Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. And an unfavorable hop is going to cost him as the ball winds up out of bounds inside the landing zone. So it's going to still move up to the 40. First tone of the game for James Cook. He cuts it right. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take the lead on the first play of the drive. It's a James Cook touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Nice drive with a design run. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. DeMar Hamlin getting there for the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play with a reliable source of yardage.
Milton now on 3rd down. Finds his back. A-Chan. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. 1st and 10 from the 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And off running left. It's A-Chan. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. First down, and they go right back to it. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Milton out of the pistol here. This finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action, Sanders. Collins into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 from the 43. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll go play action for Sanders. He's got this completion, James Cook. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Bills have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Drops it off to Cook. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Working inside the red zone. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Get it? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go street. Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. Cup 19, Cup 19.
3rd and long for him here. And he has the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills break the tie here in the first. It's a James Cook touchdown. Yay to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Here's Gain now to handle the kickoff. Atwell now to return. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. He could get there. And he does. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Headed out right. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. He hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bills have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Alert. Ready.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Come on. Set. 77 Wolf. Go.
Sanders now on third down. He's got it at the 30. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
So we're through
line.
1 quarter of this AFC East contest. We're all knotted up at 14. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment.
On the set.
We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now a shotgun give to Cook. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
That's complete right side. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Let's go. Liking 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Dragon 60. 19 type. 19 Lion. Ready.
To throw now is Sanders. He dumps this off to Cook. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Check go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Buys time, Rolls trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Matt Gay on for the field.
Gay's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On the return, here's Jones. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. They kick the running back in motion. They give here to the motion man. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Milton. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
At the Dolphins' 48-yard line.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. This is Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Now Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Gotta be lying. Go check, go check.
Third and long here for Sanders. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And this just gets past the 20 before going out.
At their own 18-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Milton. And the Bills get to him. He's brought down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Gonna need something special here. Second and 20 following the sack. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Gonna need something special here. Second and 20 following the sack. Now Milton to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Third down from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
You know, I'm sure Coach would prefer he not flirt with disaster on the return. No additional damage is done, however. They're fortunate to get the ball back, and everyone can breathe a little sigh of relief.
First down now, ball at the 33. Couldn't find a completion on first down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Here's a give to Cook. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Zach Sealer there to bring him down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Deputy! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 19 tight! 19 tight! 18 Pioneer!
Here's Sanders now. Escapes the pocket. Making the call himself. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Here we go! Here we go!
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Jalen Hawkins on the coverage.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Ready! 9!
Going again here. Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So 1st down from the 41.
Come on.
The 41-yard line.
Ready?
To the air. Sanders. Escapes the pocket. Can't connect on this one. A rare miss. Been throwing for him all game, but this one didn't work out. It's 2nd down.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
Liking 18!
This is Cook on the handoff. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that swung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
To the air on 1st down. Sanders. That's complete to Coleman out left. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Dragon 60.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bison. Go.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. He'll dump this one off to his running back. Complete. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal.
One final shot before the half. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force 3rd and goal. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Gay set to kick off.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
On the 6.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
60-60.
Second half begins with a run by A-Chan. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
We'll drop this down to A-Chan. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami. We've set it down from 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's A-Chan up the middle. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. Goes to the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd down carry for A-Chan. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at him and go make a point.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap here to Milton. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
19,
from the gun, a run for Henry. That's a solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone. Offense in the hurry up here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
19.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this.
Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Sanders all set to send it away. This taken from the 12. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
Here's Cook. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, ready?
A go play action for Sanders. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Sanders now on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. fourth sack of the game, Brock, brings up fourth down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Pulled in at the 20. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Play fake. It's Milton. Going deep here for the end zone. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins keep their drive alive and reach Pater one play later.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Sanders all set to send it away. This is taken in at the 13. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard
Play
line.
action, Sanders. Drops it off to Cook. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
18, Rattler, 18.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Chased out to his right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
They'll run it with Cook. Again, he's got room. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a James Cook touchdown. His 3rd total score this game.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Lining up for a two-point
Running forward on the ground. And he is stopped. Wow, a bit surprising after he just burned this defense, but he doesn't make it across, and the 2-point try fails. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is a Dolphins first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. It's Henry on the counter. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Absolutely fires this one right side. Brought in inside the 20. to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Trying to run it in. A-Chain. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
We'll see them tackle 2nd and goal after the break. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Ready! Gravity Lions!
Line up the design keeper. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dolphins stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins push the lead up to 12.
35. Bills 23. Jason Sanders.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
29 Broncos! Count!
Now run by Cook. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
The cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On him quick, and they bring it down. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
Now 3rd down.
Get it! 19 Tiger, 19 Dragon 60. Ready?
They'll air it out on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it.
70, 70.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Cook trying this one up the gut. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down.
At the 49-yard
One thing I
line.
could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
19, 18.
Sanders setting the pass. That one's complete right side. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Buffalo, ready?
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And tackled just in time to prevent that 1st down. That brings up 4th and maybe a yard.
41. It's a gain of 6.
Liking, 18.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
Again, it's Cook. That'll be the 1st and more. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9
Come on now.
yards.
Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
32-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. Buying some time right. It's made a right side by Coleman. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Here we go, start.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Here's a screen for Cook. Clears a man. He's got space. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. That one gains 7. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Another Bills.
Cup 19, Cup 19.
From the red zone on 1st. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield and just run the flat? The great running backs know to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, break off first down.
Give him 5 yards. Things looking good. 2nd and goal now from the 2.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Here we go, here we go. Liking, hey,
Cook again. And this time he mixed it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a James Cook touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Gay with the point after. And the Bills trim the deficit down to 5.
Bills 30. Gay set to kick off.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. And off running left, it's a chance. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Milton. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Buffalo 18. 19 Lions.
He'll throw it. Put the body on the line for his team. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
Dolphins first down. First and 10.
They run the counter to Achane. Nice cut back right, creating some room here. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Dolphins make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Devon Achane with the touchdown. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Now probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Return starts from the 16. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Sanders going to throw here on 1st. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills at a 2-score deficit. So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40.
Bills first down.
To the air on 1st down, Sanders. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Under the gun, here's Sanders. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Come on, set! Cougar 19!
Going again here, Sanders. Pulled in by his back, Cook. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play, down to the 19. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up.
First and 10 at the
18
19.
Cardinal. Viking 18. Ready.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8.
Get it. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Looking out of the gun, Sanders. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, third down. Now to throw. And don't wait just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown, and there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're going for the end zone.
Forced out to his right. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
Dolphins 41. Bills 36.
Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. And the Dolphins run all over that kick. This game is over. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Design quarterback run here. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.